one to take an offense for you was going to be the victor.
Yeah.
Faze had a chance, and I think round 3, they end up taking it in round 5, and then just rolled from there. Go looking forward, though. BioLink, uplink. What's the most important factor for this one?
You know, I would have said this map would have played a little bit like Detroit, where, you know, that gun battle and that aggression would have played in Faze's favor, but obviously Denial really brought it to him. You see our key player matchup right there. It's going to be Replays for Denial, Parasite for Faze. You know, Replays, he's going to be the one that's going to get all the caps for this Denial team, really OBJ-minded, than Parasite on the other side. I mean, he does everything. I mean, look at that, you know, the 1.23 KD, 36% of the caps, you know, 5 caps per game. Just phenomenal stats out of Parasite. You see, he looked up at his stats. He's like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, he's like the self-proclaimed Kobe Bryant. I mean, I think I've seen so many tweets from him about his uplink ability that I knew he was good at uplink before I saw him play.
We see a lot of tweets from him about his general ability.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty similar on Twitter. All right, so here we go. Kicking it off with game number 3. Who do you think has the best chance to take a 2-1 advantage in this one?
You know, I picked Faze in that first one because the aggression didn't work out. I think I'm going to go Denial here. Denial's outslayed their opponents 73% of the time in this map during Season 1. Going to be looking for attach. It's a pretty big game for them. Clay on this map can open up some lanes with that bow, but definitely looking at JCap. JCap had a phenomenal game 1 with that SMG. I think we should start off forward with him. If he comes in clutch like he did in that last one, that hard point, he's going to have a big game, and they're going to win this game.
All right, so let's kick things off here. We are going to be starting in BioLab uplink. Just to give you guys a quick rundown, it will be Retreat, CTF, followed by Solar then for games 4 and 5. I think this one certainly has the chance to go the distance, but like you said, we will kick things off here with JCap.
Yeah, I think this series has, you know, all the makings to go the distance, and Cap, he's going to be pushing over towards this purple side. And interesting, Faze has no drone side of the map control at the start of this game.
Now, it's funny, we talked about the fact when we're talking comeback uplink, the most important part is really just maintaining glass. It's the most important part of the map. You know, it's the part near that drone spawn. But a lot of times it seems like on this map, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but what's the blue or BioLab probably the most important places to hold here? Not as much the drone respawn. What's the most important part of the map for you?
You want to control that drone side of the map. It's very difficult to score Maven without the drone. It's actually impossible to score without the drone. But
you'll see, I feel like a lot of attention comes to that BioLab, just the central part of the map, because this one plays more in a triangle. Like, you can see how it's set up just looking at the mini-map here. It plays a little bit differently than a lot of the uplink matches.
I mean, if you can control that, you know, drone side of the map and then control that elbow area, you're able to bring that drone down, you know, towards that Atlas spawn pretty easily. And then on the flip side, you can get control of that green plat and just keep pushing the drone through there. A lot of times we see teams, you know, playing from that Atlas position. They're able to just counter cap. You know, they throw the drone into the base, they're able to slay out, and then they just bring it over towards green plat. They're able to get some easy caps.
All right, we'll see. It's going to be Aches here in Eskies. Not able to get eyes on him as we switch over to replays. He's actually going to be the drone carrier. He's
got 2 players in front of him.
He should be home free pretty much. There's going to be shots coming in, but he should be able to get the dunk. And that is going to be the first 2 points on the board for Denial. Early lead for them.
And they made that easy, and I wanted to highlight, I believe that was Aches over on that staircase, just elected not to push out. He needed to challenge that player. I mean, there are 2 players pushing. He needed to at least just, you know, make a play for his life, but really just didn't want to die and didn't come out of the door. Needs to challenge that, because if he doesn't, obviously you're going to get a 2-point cap, and which is exactly what happened for Denial.
And you saw there, you know, have you noticed this weekend, it seems like Aches, I swear he just doesn't seem to have as fluid of movement as a lot of these other pro players. Do you think that just has to do with the fact that he hasn't put a ton of time in? Or
you know, it's extremely difficult to get that movement down if you don't actually, you know, play and put a lot of effort into it. And I think, you know, you see players, you know, like Attach and JCap, you know, the way they move around the map is so fluid. Don't think you see that really out of Aches yet, but I think we will see it, you know, come around Quality Championship time.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think he's going to start to have to put the time in there. His replays will beat one down. His 2 teammates pick up 1 as well, and they've got a pretty much home free. This is going to be another easy dunk.
Replays has been dominating this uplink game. He's got 5 uplinks to his name, 8 and 5, just doing it all. A little bit like we talked about Parasite, he's able to do it all for that Faze lineup. It's going to be Replays on the other side. No, that was our key player matchup, and Replays definitely winning that one right now.
And Slasher better go for the throw. Oh my, that's a close range whiff there as we see JCap falls to his death. Attach able to pick up a kill as well. Now, would you say right now the Denial's on the favorable side, or what side is the best here for you on uplink?
I mean, I would say Denial is on the favorable side. You're able to, you know, play the drone into the base and, you know, slay out, go out and grab it over up on that snow area. Then on the flip side, you know, the side that Faze is on, it's very difficult. I mean, you can pick it up and bring it towards Crane and try and get those 1-point scores, or you have to wrap it all the way around green. But with those new spawns, we don't see too many teams wrap the drone all the way around.
All right, so if you're talking about, I guess, the the best lead to take to the second set? Obviously, you want to rack up as many points as you can, but what's a safe lead for you going into weak side then?
I mean, I wouldn't say either side is, you know, super favored.
Okay,
I think,
so
you know, if you can obviously take a lead going in the second half, pretty nice.
So any kind of lead really
a 5-point lead is pretty big in a role-playing game going in the second half.
All right, well, you see Slasher there trying to push in through blue is going to drop Parasite on board as well. He's got 3 players up the Nile in and around him, able to clean up one, but will drop pretty much immediately. JCap and Glacier, though, able to pick up 2 on the other side. Slasher there, going to be able to win the gunfight in elbow. He's got 1 in front of him in purple as he is starting to push forward.
Right, and they have that drone above, and you see they're going to play that drone into the base, and there's 1 player already over there, and it's replays. I don't think Faze has any idea he's over on this side of the map.
We'll see if he can get vision on it. Anyway, he's going to drop before any bullets actually come out of his guns. We'll see Aches and crew are
See, right now they need to go, if they can go green plat and just take out that 1 player on that side, they're going to be able to get a cap, and he's actually taken out by Enable. You see it's going to be Aches bringing that drone over towards this side of the map. He should have good teammate coverage. He should be able to get 2 points here.
This
is
definitely a dunk. I don't think there's anyone that's really stopped this unless he fails to jump past his teammate. He got a bit of a bump. I don't know if that, I think it was Slasher that he bumped into. No, not Slasher. He bumped into one of his teammates. That definitely should have been 2. They eventually
he talked about his movement then right there.
Yeah.
No, bumped into a teammate.
Lack of movement.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's, you know, really anybody's fault. I think that's just kind of miscommunication, maybe a little bit of laziness on the movement there. But right here, end of the game, 13 seconds left. Does not look like we're going to get another cap unless Clay pulls some wizard moves, not able to do so. Looks like we're going to go into the second half with Denal at 5-2.
All right, well, that's at least a big 2 points, I think, for Faze at the end of this one here.
Yeah, they need to get on the board.
Yeah, and after that little bit of a blunder by Aches, I didn't think they were actually able to fire through, but they do. Only trailing by 3, going into the second side. What is the biggest key of this second side for you?
I mean, you need to get players slaying for Faze. I mean, look at that. Parasite 20 and 11. Enable only with 9 kills. You need to get, you know, him and Slasher going.
Yeah, and it was Enable yesterday. I think that
I mean, they have nobody.
40-something in an up.
Parasite's the only one with over 10 kills in the first half. That's something we usually never see. I mean, players generally hit 10 kills in the first half of a game pretty regularly.
His 3 teammates combined for what?
24. Slasher's 8 and 9. Let's go. What is Slasher? You know, he's not really playing too aggressive, but not picking up any kills. You know, 9 and 9 is a really odd stat line here. You know, in the second half of the game to start it off.
Especially for Slasher, who's been dropping bombs really all weekend long. He had a player there across in Biolab. We have an elbow play here from Parasite. He's going to toss that drone down. Nice shots there, able to win the gunfight with attach. But you see they're pretty much set up across Eskies and Biolab right now. It's going to be very difficult for him to push. Yeah,
he's just going to hold on to that drone, try and just wait for his teammates to pick up any kills, but the issue is he's the one who's been able to pick up all the kills for this team so far. He's going to just reset his armor with the drone. He's going to go for that 1-point score. Nice play by Parasite. He is just playing absolutely phenomenal for Faze. Really the only reason this isn't a monstrous blowout in favor of Denal.
Well, it's incredible patience. He dropped the drone inside of elbow, picked up a kill on attach, played it slow, picked up yet another kill, and then eventually was able to move
I'm surprised we don't see more players do that. You know, just drop the drone and just pick it back up, drop the drone, slay a little bit, and then pick it right back up. And right there, we saw a great play of the Parasite doing that.
Well, we talked about the fact that he is one of the best players, if not the best player.
The replay is going to get away. He might be able to get a 2-point score, and he's going to be shut down at the goal line by Slasher. Going to go on with Aches. He's going to be able to just nade that drone. They're going to have to get this one out, and it looks like it's going to be thrown off the map. Nice play by Slasher and Aches.
3.5 left to go in this one. 2-point advantage still going to be coming in for Nile right now. As you see, Aches is top green, going to be pushing forward here. We're watching Enable playing a little bit defensively, just trying to watch something. He has a guy right inside of purple here, 1 outside as well. He's not going to win that gunfight. 2 kills on the board from the Nile, as we'll see if they can take advantage of this 4-2.
Nope. Faze doing a much better job here in this second half. Playing on that drone side of the map, you see they're picking up kills. They never really had any drone control in that first half of the game. Something that was really odd. Off the break, they didn't even send anybody over on that side of the map, which generally never see. I mean, maybe that's a miscommunication at the start, but Parasite right there looked like he was going to have a pretty nice opportunity to score. He had players pushing in front of him out towards Snow, and it looks like they're going to be able to run this one out towards that green flat. It's going to be JCap. It's going to have a pretty nice chance to get a 1-point score.
And they got shut down last time. I thought they were definitely get points here on this rotation. This time, they can definitely get there. I thought he missed it for just a second, but JCap will put 2 on the board. 4-point advantage as JCap.
He got so excited he just jumped off the map.
Yeah, I think it's the 3rd time he's fell off.
Yeah, and Clay right there was really the one leading the charge. He was able to pick up 2 kills with that AR on that right-hand side of the map, able to let JCap push in, get that 2-point score instead of settling for 1.
What's the biggest thing Faze can do right now to bring this one back, Matt?
I mean, they need to get drone control of the map. I mean, look at that mini map right now. You have everybody from Denal over on that drone side, and you just have players on Faze spawning so far out, and even when they do spawn out, you see sometimes they don't even rotate over towards drone side.
All right, we'll see. Like you said, they have this section of this bottom right portion in your top left. You can see it's just completely controlled. But right now, they did get 2 down. Replays was last alive. He could not hold that off. So they're going to be 3 players, Slasher and Crew, coming forward. They're going to be able to get the drone here. In my opinion, they've kind of got to get a dunk in the next 30 seconds or so, or this one's just going to be really improbable when it comes down to timing.
Well, nobody's picked up the drone.
No.
You know, they need scores. They're over on that side of the map. Nobody has even touched the drone.
I'm not sure if they
don't know why that would even
forward
happen.
or if
they
Parasite's
had kills.
the only one
It was Parasite and Slasher over on that right-hand side. They were able to pick up 2 or 3 kills, and nobody picked up the drone. We saw Slasher sit on top of the drone for maybe 20, 30 seconds. Nobody trying to move it up the map. Looks like Denial going to get another 1-point score as they take control over this uplink game. You know, really just some miscommunication, some really odd plays out of this Faze team in this uplink game.
Maybe the fact is Parasite's the only one that's allowed to touch the drone. That could be a rule that he self-implemented.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be touching the drone. He's the only one really putting up numbers and kills for this Faze lineup right now.
Putting through caps for the most part as well. So he has to all 3 uplink scores right now, but we will watch Enable. He's going to basically toss it into the base, get it forward, and it's down. Can they put through points? And nope, it's going to get reset here.
Yeah, I believe that was replays with a big kill on Parasite right there. Parasite set up on top of roof, just trying to get that kind of pass. They throw it, don't really actually use the pass feature, a little bit too far out of the distance, and trying to get that dunk in, but not able to do so. Replays, he's going to pick up the drone kind of on accident. It's going to be Aches trying to run this one down through that yellow building. He's got some teammates in support. Should be able to pick up a 2 here if he plays this right, and actually he's going to be shut down. Slasher, he's going to have to pick up some kills.
Well, 20 seconds left with the 5-point advantage. That's going to be pretty much all she wrote for this one. And excellent job by Denial. We saw them control the first respawn. The hard point on Detroit was pretty much a blowout. This one's been controlled from the get-go.
Well, you kind of saw this one coming. With the way they played on Detroit, you expected this kind of game out of Denial. Clay, when you had a pretty decent game, 27-25. Nobody really standing out too much. In the slaying department for Denial, they just played uplink better. It's really what it came down to. They just played the game mode better. Nobody really going crazy for either team in the slaying department. Nobody going super negative for each team. They just played the game mode better. First half, Faze hit nobody over on drones. Don't have any excuse for really why that would happen. I mean, they had players just kind of sitting in mid-bio, just hanging out. Second half, they were on that drone side. They had control over drone side of the map. They just didn't grab the drone. It was really confusing.
Yeah, at one point I said, what do they need to do to win this one? And
they need to score.
You made a very obvious statement. They need to control the drone side. They need to get the drone.
They did
killed.
it.
They got 3 down.
Yeah,
3 down by Denial.
They just didn't pick up the drone. They didn't go anywhere with it. So very odd plays there.
All right, well, it's going to be a 2-1 advantage for Denial. Next up will be Retreat CTF. Tweet the stream, mlg.tv/COD. Mr. X and I are going to be here all day long. Benson and Puckett coming up next, but quick commercial break before game number 4.